Welcome back everyone to the next part of Unit O, in which we will be implementing geolocation. And mobile devices can be used in a wide range of places. Some of the most exciting mobile specific code takes advantage of this fact to provide information relevant to a user's current location. These features rely on HTML5 geolocation objects and methods, and these just enable you to obtain and work with the user's precise location. You can use geolocation information to calculate distances, display relevant maps that are needed, or provide other information that pertains to a user's location. So in our example website here, we're going to add a function for mobile users that calculates and displays their current distance from the bed and breakfast. So we're back working in our index.html file again here in our text editor. We're going to go just above our footer element down here. At the very bottom, here's our footer element. Let's go ahead and add a line now. What we're going to do here is we're going to use the aside element. So we're going to put an aside element here. So go ahead, we can put our aside open and close tags, and what we'll do is we're going to put in some text that just says your distance is so much from so many miles from Lakeland Reeds. Come visit. And what this is, we'll use a script to change the text of the distance element based on the actual user's location. So let's go ahead and put that code in now. I'll show it to you here. Here's the aside element. We're going to give an ID visit us. And then we start a new paragraph. You say the distance, which will be figured later, so many miles from Lakeland Reeds. Come visit. And then we close our aside tag. I'm going to go ahead and save my work now. And then we're going to return to our cascading style sheet. So go ahead and go back to your lomobile.css in our text editor. And then we're going to create a style rule based on the ID visit us that sets the display to none. As a result of this rule, the aside element that you just created will not be displayed by default. We're going to use a script to make it visible only if you're able to collect geolocation data from your browser. So let's go to our CSS sheet now. Now that you're back in there, let's just scroll down and we'll put it right below the titles here, hashtag titles. So let's enter and hashtag visit us display of none. Let's go ahead and save your work here. Now we have a file available to us in our mobile scripts folder that we're going to use. And this file contains a function that calculates distance in miles between two sets of geographical coordinates. So let's go ahead and open that file now. Okay, as I said, it is in our scripts folder from our mobile. So we'll double click there, open that up. Then we're going to edit this so we can see our code. And with that open, we're going to add our own code here. So let's just add a line there. Here's the code we need to input, and I'll explain this a little bit here. Now, you can see here in our second line of code, we have the getCurrentPosition method of the geolocation object. As you look at that, what this does is this tries to get location information for the current device. If successful, it's going to return that information as a position object. Now the next line makes the visit us element here. It's going to make that visit us element visible only if a position is returned, as we hope. Now the code that follows that, the calculate distance function on the next line there, that is going to be, that code is going to be passing along the latitude and longitude coordinate attributes from the position object. So hopefully when it all works, we get that information that we need for helping implement getting our distance. So let's go ahead and save this work here. And we're going to rename our file. Let's go ahead and close it there. And we are going to rename this to distance calc. Let's go ahead and change that now. There you go. Now we have our distance calc JavaScript file here. Once you've got that file renamed, go ahead and go back to your index.html in your text editor. Now that we're back in our index file, we are going to scroll down and we're going to put a blank line just above the closing body tag. We'll put it right below our previous script line, and we're going to add our new line for our script reference. So go ahead and add that now. And the script doesn't immediately affect our content, so the reference, you reference it here at the bottom of our page because this will enable the rest of the page to load first. Go ahead and save your work now. Once you've got that saved, go ahead and reload your web page in your browser, or hopefully you've got a mobile device that you can test this on. And if you're prompted, or which you should be if necessary, just go ahead and click your OK or Allow button to allow access to your current location. Now if you're able to get yours to load and not have to work too hard at getting your browser to allow you to access geographical location, then you should be able to see your web page, or if you're on your mobile device, see that you have that line in there, you're so many miles from Lakeland Reeds. Come visit. And you'll see that the calculation is obviously going to vary based on your distance from the address that we have in for Lakeland Reeds. That's it, guys, for implementing geolocation. We will be completing Unit O in our next video here under optimizing a mobile site for search engines. So thanks once again for joining us along this journey and completing Unit O. And once again, the next video will be covering optimizing a mobile site for search engines.